Welcome, Scorpio. Thank you for tuning into your reading. This is your April 2022 Tarotscope for love and money. We've got the That's So 80s tarot cards pre-shuffled. I'm going to use the romantic fairies as well as the healing with the fairies cards to get some clarity and guidance. So if you have any questions or concerns regarding love or money for April, go ahead and think about those now. Angel spirits and guides for everyone who's tuned into this reading, for all of my Scorpio placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. What guidance do we have for them, please? Healing connection. Your romance will transform your life. All right. Some of you are in a healing connection, or you might be in a healing connection in April. A romance transforming one's life here. And let's get a card from this deck. Excuse me. Spirit is saying to open your eyes and look around. There's something in your environment that is interested in you, Scorpio, that you may not be aware of. Or there's something in your environment or someone that you need to pay closer attention to, especially if you're not sure what that healing connection is really referring to. So for Scorpio Spirit, April 2022, what guidance do you have for them? Follow your dreams, okay? So you could be having some prophetic dreams. Your dreams could be chock full of symbology. You might want to bust out your dream journal or a dream dictionary and look those up. The card itself is talking about following your dreams, as in whatever you dream of doing or becoming, then chase that, go after that. But I am being guided to say that something is going to happen like within a dream that will have value or be helpful to you. But essentially it is saying you are worthy and can have whatever dream that you set your mind to, that you are being divinely guided. Your angels and guides are helping you. You just need to decide what that dream is. Keep dreaming that dream and then go after it, okay? And take the steps that you're guided to take. We've got a new location at the back of the deck, so you could be changing your place of employment or where you live as well. That could be one of your dreams especially. So that's a very strong message for anybody whose dream is to move, relocate, or change their job. That is saying that keep dreaming that dream. What you think about, feel about, and imagine, it gets pushed out into your reality and is created in the 3D. So that's the first step to making any dream come true, is just knowing and visualizing what it is that you actually want and want to do. So with that being said, let's get started with the tarot cards. The first card that came out for you guys representing the first part of the month is I Love Erica Kane from All My Children, the Empress. Okay. Middle of the month, we've got the King of Swords, David Bowie from Labyrinth. And towards the end of the month, and the big message from Spirit, aka the outcome, we've got Elf as the Knight of Wands. Okay. All right, so let's look at these. So with the Empress being here, excuse me, you could be dealing with a Libra or Taurus, but you don't necessarily have to be. I feel like for most of you, it's probably you as the Empress. So actually it's a good sign, because I feel like some of you are in a loving, mature relationship, you know, where you both show each other love, where you both show each other respect and support. That's going to be for the odd few, admittedly, but this is a potential here for you at the beginning of the month. You're dealing with a female or an emperor or empress who is in a supportive relationship. So maybe if you're single and you're looking, take your notepad out. Maybe that's going to help you define the dream of the relationship that you want for those that dream of being in a relationship made for an empress. That you could be seeing in your environment somebody who already embodies the Empress energy. You can learn from that and apply that to your own life, is what I'm getting there. Others of you, like I said, an odd few, you are in a loving, mature relationship. But if you're not, there is this potential that you could be this month. So at the very least, we're seeing a powerful sexual connection with these two cards. Yeah, that's shown by the Empress, as well as passion is shown by the Knight of Wands. So and that's what we're seeing there. With regard to money, this is saying that good fortune and success is on its way, and that there are plenty of resources for you to choose from, especially at the beginning of April. If there's not, then you can expect that to happen. Where we're seeing some good luck happening for you here, Scorpio, at the beginning of the month. We're seeing plenty of resources and productivity. And you might be tempted to or want to combine your resources with a partner or a group of people to increase your money gains or to increase your financial security. That's a message that's coming through for some that need to hear that. So going forward, we've got the King of Swords here. So when we talk about love, the King of Swords, you know, isn't my favorite card when we're talking about love. I mean, on the upside, he wants somebody that he shares interests with, has a spiritual and or mental connection, but he's very much in his head, whereas when we're talking about love, we want somebody that's in their heart, right? Because love is an emotion that we feel, you know, within ourselves, within our hearts, and so he's more in his head. This is, if it's representing a person, this could be who you are meeting or who you're dealing with in the middle of the month. This is a cold, detached, masculine energy. Love is not necessarily a priority for this person, and they are not, like I said, this is somebody that is not feeling with their heart, but they're thinking with their head, and so they just generally lack the emotional energy to go after or sustain a happy relationship or even a family, you know, even if they like the idea. So I feel like some of you, this could be who you're in a partnership with, like you're the Empress. You're a very loving individual. You might have really good sexual chemistry with someone, but they are a mere King of Swords, not an Emperor or a Knight of Wands. Again, not an Emperor, not a perfect match to the Empress, but it's not to say that it's doomed or can't work. It's just this is what I'm getting here. Okay, so you know, this card does beg the question whenever it comes out, you know, because some people do like this energy, you know, somebody that's detached, hard to get, reserved and aloof. But, you know, this always begs a question like, how fragile is your self-esteem that the only thing that will make you feel better, or only the hard to get guy will do, basically. It's like, you have to capture and prove your worth through capturing the hard to get one or the hard to get guy, right? And if so, you might want to reflect on your self-esteem if that's the case. Now, obviously, that's not going to resonate for everyone, so don't take it if it doesn't resonate. But I'm going to say it because I am getting that, and that's what I always think when I see this King of Swords, and I'm thinking that now, like some of you, I mean, I guess we've all been guilty of it at some point, you know. We want to prove our worth or our worthiness or lovability by winning the unattainable person or the detached, cool, aloof person by like proving that we could catch them, right? This is just saying like, you might want to reflect on that. Okay, so I'm going to leave that there at that. And also we're seeing that, you know, honestly, this is a crushable individual because they are often very well groomed. Like the King of Swords is usually very smart, very good at conversations, very sexy, can be a bit judgmental. Well, they are judgmental and critical, but it depends sometimes how well you know them, how judgmental and critical they are with you. So just, you know, be cautious of that. If this is your dreamboat person that you're wanting to capture or wanting to conquer, just know that this is somebody that is pretty or handsome as they are, can be quite judgmental and critical, aloof, and, you know, maybe just not as emotionally available as you ideally would like. And if you know this person, then you probably already know, you know, what I'm saying here, okay? So with the future outcome being the Knight of Wands, what that's telling us is there is some sort of exciting and, I'm hearing dramatic change, but some sort of exciting change in your love life at the end of the month. So it's like an energetic new romance or somebody that you're dealing with in an on and off sort of way coming back into your life. And so there's a potential for a whirlwind romance here. But if you are already involved in a whirlwind romance, then this card indicates that, you know, I mean, it's kind of like a bad sign because it shows that this person is probably going to be leaving again. But we know this with the Knight of Wands, if you follow tarot at all, that the Knight of Wands, or all the knights, do tend to kind of come in and out of your life. And so this is not somebody you like to put all your eggs in one basket for. This is not that kind of a situation. This does show like an enthusiastic and enjoyable affair, but not one that's likely to last very long. On the other hand, I am getting that since he's right next to the Knight of Swords, it's showing that if you're already dealing with this King of Swords, since he's right next to the King of Swords, it's showing that if you're already dealing with this King of Swords, or if you start dealing with the King of Swords, this particular King of Swords, for some of you, will be more passionate than what I was describing, right? I was just describing a very cool and aloof individual, but maybe it's the Empress. She brings out this passionate side in this King of Swords. So if you're the Empress bringing out this passionate side of this King of Swords, well, good for you, because we see that happening here, and we see some action towards the end of the month. You know, with the Empress, there's always that cautionary sort of suggestion that you should definitely be careful if you're getting intimate with somebody, because the Empress is the mother of the deck, if you catch my drift. So if you don't want to be a mother yourself or a mother again, you know, you want to take precautions, because we do see some action towards the end of the month here, whether it's with this King of Swords individual or someone else. And again, it's just like being forewarned is being forearmed. So just enjoy it while it lasts. Don't expect too much here. And financially speaking, it's a good opportunity. It shows a financial change for the better. And this is a good time to take a risk financially as well. The Knight of Wands is generally pretty lucky regarding finances. It can also show an unexpected gain financially, or like an unexpected money gain is possible with the Knight of Wands in the future. So you can expect that towards the end of the month, that finances are being on an upswing towards the end of the month. In fact, it looks like it's pretty consistently pretty decent for you guys all throughout the month financially. Romantically, it looks a little questionable, but it just depends on who you're dealing with and what scenario you identify more with, okay? So let's get a message. So if you have someone on your mind, go ahead and think about this person, or this could be a future person we're talking to, Spirit. Get a message for Scorpio for April 2022 from the person of interest, or the person who's coming out in this reading, please. What would they say to Scorpio if they had no filter? Too many cards are trying to come out. Just need one. Says, I know we've had our problems, but I prefer to remember only the good times when we made each other happy. So that's a Six of Cups energy. Could be a lover from the past coming back. We already did talk about the Knight of Wands, who comes and, you know, he comes and he goes. So yeah, you might, you know, be tempted to take this person back because you feel nostalgic for this person, and you did share, you know, some happy memories with them, or they just have an energy that feels comfortable, or like they're sweet to you. So that's what I'm getting there. I think that, you know, whoever this is, they definitely feel that way about you. They are, like the card says, remembering, you know, the good times, regardless of the difficulties that have occurred within the connection. They prefer to only focus on the times when you made each other happy. And that does go along with that Knight of Wands energy. So even if you don't know this person yet, that is something the Knight of Wands might say, because they are a more youthful energy and more kind of like carefree and young feeling. Like not the most responsible or emotionally mature person out there. What else would this person say? But you're so cute, I find myself getting shy around you, and oh, what you did for me was very sweet. So no, this person basically, again, it's showing some sort of movement and message and action being taken, meeting somebody new potentially, but you're definitely going to experience some sort of flirtation or romance in April, Scorpio. And whoever this person is, they think you're cute. It does feel kind of like, it's kind of interesting because we have the King of Swords and the Empress. Both of them are a more mature energy. But yet this person is coming across as like kind of puppy love, or there's kind of like a puppy love feeling between the two of you. So it could be somebody new. Or just a new phase in an existing relationship. We've got, if I'm being standoffish, it's because you can't always have it your own way. I count 2. Okay. So this is what this person is saying. So maybe when this person's referring to the problems that you've had, you know, in the past, one of those problems is that they felt like you always had to have it your own way. And let's face it, Scorpio, you are a fixed sign. You do like to have things your own way. Everybody does, who doesn't, but especially the fixed signs like to have things their own way. They're pretty stuck on and attached to their own viewpoint, their own way. Not to say that you can never be flexible. It's just saying, like, this person, being the free spirit that they are, with it coming out on the Knight of Wands, will not be, if this is a future person, or have not been if this is a past person, somebody who has been very agreeable to your fixed energy, I guess you could say. And so if they're being standoffish and difficult, or if they are in the future, it's because they feel like They have to do this in order to be heard, and or in order to you know, in order to get their way sometimes, right? What advice do we have for Scorpio for April of 2022, please, Spirit? For the strong Scorpio placements that have tuned in, what advice do we have for them? We've got follow your bliss. And do what inspires you, creativity, new direction. We did see a change here with the Knight of Wands. Knights do talk about a change, a positive change. So we're seeing a new direction here. Related to your bliss, heart meets mind, no fear-based decisions. So this is talking about going towards your dreams and not running away from something that you fear or from a bad situation. You know, generally speaking, whenever you possibly can, the best thing for you to do is to go towards your dreams or towards something you want, as opposed to running from something that you don't want. I am being guided to get you an affirmation that you can say with the Follow Your Dreams card. It's up to you if you want to say it, but I would recommend them because affirmations, I find, are extremely helpful. So with Follow Your Dreams, it's saying that, you know, meditate on your heart's desires, or rearrange your schedule so that you're spending time in ways that are truly meaningful for you. So an affirmation you can say is, I deserve the best. I take charge of my schedule and my life, okay? So just basically just saying that sometimes it's difficult to know what you truly desire, that you have so many outside influences at you demanding that you pay attention to them. You keep putting off your aspirations for when you have more time, but that time never seems to come. So it's asking you to take charge of your schedule and to really meditate on your heart's desires. Look to your environment for clues and hints on how to define and refine your dreams and your desires to make it easier for you to attract them, because you can't attract something that you don't really know what you want, or, you know what I mean? The more specific you are and the more you know what you want, the easier it is to attract in the end. So this is saying, make a list of 5 priorities in your life, then write down a schedule in ink so that you will spend the necessary time engaged in those activities. So 5 priorities, and then commit to doing those things, those priorities that are meaningful to you. And it's not important specifically what you do during those times. It's just important that you invest your time and energy into that which makes you happy and fulfilled. This is what I've got for you, Scorpio. Thank you for tuning in. I hope that was helpful. I do see like a change for the better in your life here, both financially and I was going to say emotionally, but I meant to say romantically. I do think there is a healing connection coming in, or that you're currently experiencing. Whatever happens, you know, in the future with this knight, whether this knight, king, or empress, whether they stick around or they don't, this is a connection that is meant to help to transform and change your life for the better in some way. It is just one of those forces that are here to act upon your life to help, like, to direct it in the right direction. So I will talk to you guys next time.